Hey everyone, RJ here, back with another video, and today I'll be discussing the TCL 20a 5G. Now, I've had this phone for quite some time now. TCL actually sent me this phone out for review, so give a big thanks to TCL for sending this phone out. And it is exclusive to Visible. Now, this is going to be kind of a TCL and Visible type video, but I'm going to be focusing more on the phone and my experience with it. But I am going to tell you what the phone costs right now on Visible, and it is, in my opinion, one of the best budget phones you can buy right now on Visible. So if you're considering porting your number over or just getting a new number or whatever the case may be, this is one right here that I would definitely be on the lookout at, because the price is kind of crazy, okay? This phone's got a lot of features packing in it, and this phone is currently selling for only $150. That's not bad for what you're going to be getting, and I'll explain what you'll be getting in this phone here in just a minute. But I do want to take a little bit of time here to show you what you can get right now if you buy this phone, or especially if you port your number over to Visible. So you can buy this phone for $150 plus tax, or if you don't want to pay out of pocket, if you can qualify for a firm, I have a firm. They're excellent. And if you get qualified with 0% interest, you can pay 12 months at $12.50 a month. But if you want to just say, heck with it, $150, not a bad price. Also, I'll be leaving my referral discount link, or whatever you want to call it, down below in the description. If you are considering porting over, your first month will only be $5. And it'll also make my payment $5 for that month. So it'll be helping you out and me out as well. So $5. You can order this phone online, put in my code, and basically walk out for like $155. Maybe some taxes. Still ain't going to be that much for, like I said, in my opinion, one of the best budget phones you can get right now on Visible. So if you're interested, head over to visible.com. You know, you also get a $50 gift card if you port over, that you can use virtually anywhere. It's a virtual card that you read the terms and conditions, and it gives you all the info. So, like I said, $150, my promo code, $5 for your first month, plus get a $50 virtual gift card you can use pretty much anywhere. So, that's all I want to say about Visible. Now, getting back to the TCL 20a 5G, this is going to be an update review type video. So I'll give you some specs, give you my thoughts, and how the experience has been for me since owning this phone. So when you look at the display here, it is a 6.5 inch display. You might look at it here and think, man, that's a pretty sharp display. That looks good. The viewing angles are pretty decent as well. That's a nice display. Well, this display is only 720p. But looking at it, you really never know it. TCL with their Next Vision displays, some of them look better than some cheaper 1080p displays that I've seen. Just my personal opinion. It is an LCD display. It's HD plus, coming in at 720 by 1600. But you can look at it there. I'm trying to brighten this down just a little bit where it might show it a bit better. But you can just see the display looks really good. Got some reflections and all there and everything. Can't help that. That's just the way it is. So 6.5 inch, really nice. The battery is a 4,500 milliamp hour battery. It does say it has fast charging. Not really sure what kind of fast charging. Maybe 15, 18 watts. I'm really not 100% sure. It does not have, all the bells and whistles. If you want that, go ahead and buy you a phone that costs $500 or $1,000 if you want all the bells and whistles, okay? As far as the processor, this is rocking the Qualcomm Snapdragon 480. Now, you might be saying, oh, the 480, that's just not that. Nah, it's going to be slow, weak, it ain't going to be able to do anything. You're wrong. Okay, the 480, I would put it up against like the MediaTek Dimensity 700, and according to benchmark scores, it's pretty close to the Snapdragon 765G. So the performance on here has not slowed down. I can play games, I watch movies, YouTube. It does have stereo speakers, which is about unheard of on a phone at this price range. Yeah, it's about 80% bottom, 20% top, or something like that, but at least it's got stereo speakers, and that is a major plus in my book. Now, along with that 480 processor, you get 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of onboard storage, which may seem a little bit low, and I kind of agree that 64 gigabytes is kind of low, but the upside is it's got a SD card slot. So you can expand your storage. You know, you can move all of your photos. You go to the camera settings. There is an option for phone storage or SD storage. So any picture you take, any video that you take, it's going to all go to your SD card. It don't really say here on the site that I'm looking at how much you can expand it by, but probably 128 gig, maybe 256. I'm not really 100% sure, but still, 64 gigs internal storage, but it is expandable, and the 4 gigabytes of RAM, it does just fine here in this phone. Now, whenever you buy a budget phone like this, you know, this is where where things have to be cut a little bit, and that's in the camera department. Not saying these are bad cameras. These are not bad cameras. In this kind of lighting, yeah, you ain't going to get no crisp, clear, you know, S22 ultra quality photos. You're just not going to. Outdoors, you can get some really clear pictures. Selfie camera does good as well. So the main camera is 16 megapixels. It's got a 5 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel macro. You can record at 1080p at 30, 1080p at 60, 720p at 30, 720p at 60, and 480. I think at 30. Yeah, maybe 30. Now, for the front camera, you got a 13 megapixel selfie shooter that can record 1080p, 720, and 480, all at 30 frames per second. So, not a big deal there. You know, outside is where it's going to shine. You can get some good photos if you got good indoor lighting, but if it's low light, don't expect flagship quality. Just ain't going to happen at the price point. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to address that I mentioned earlier that I wasn't sure about. I did find here. It is 18 watt fast charger, and it's included in the box. And SD card is expendable up to 512 gigs. So you're going to be good on that. Now, this is a Visible exclusive phone. It's not for any other carrier, okay? So, you know, Visible works on Verizon, and if you keep it on your account for 2 months, they unlock it automatically. So, yeah, just kind of want to throw that out there. Now, it does have a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner, and let's check that out. I'll just press it, and pressing it now. It's quick. No, I mean, look at it. It's just nice. Also, has face unlock. Opens up. Is it the fastest? Not really. But does it work? Absolutely. You know, it's a good phone. Okay? It's got Type-C. It's got a headphone jack. Now, some will say,
it's 2022. Do we really need headphone jacks anymore?
Well, yeah. You know, I would really love to see some higher-end phones with some of the best cameras have a headphone jack, because sometimes you need that headphone jack. Now, I know you can get dongles for cheap, but sometimes dongles are not very good, and sometimes it leaves the audio pretty bad. Lastly, it also has 5G. So you got all of that here everything for $150, and I've had absolutely no issue with this phone. I mean, it does have a 60 hertz display, okay, so no 90 hertz display here, but honestly, it feels smooth. Gameplay, I play Asphalt 9 on here. I've done it several times. It plays smooth. I don't play these ginormous games that are like 12 gigabytes, like Genshin Impact or whatever. I can't comment on that. I don't play them, so I have no idea. It is made out of plastic, so yes, it's not as premium as glass, but it's more durable than glass because it's plastic. Get you a screen protector for it. Find you a case. There are a couple you can get on Amazon for this phone for a pretty good price. Keep your phone protected and everything else. But like I said, it's made out of plastic, so it ain't going to shatter unless you hit the front screen, of course, and then you're pretty much out of luck anyway. But just my update review on this phone. I want to keep it short as possible, but I wanted to throw in this phone as well as the Visible offer. Like I said, if you want to look at the offer on Visible, go on there, especially for the gift card. There is some terms and conditions. You do got to port in your number. You got to keep service, I think, for like 2 or 3 months in order to, get that gift card and all like that or whatever. But this is a great phone. At $150 right now, you can buy it for straight out with Visible. You can't beat it. I can highly recommend it because it is a good phone. Screen looks good. Phone is powerful enough to get you through your daily task. I want to say this right here because not many people will say it, but it's the truth. I'm using it right now as a daily. Okay, I got the S22 Ultra, OnePlus 10 Pro, the Pixels, and I got my SIM card in this phone right now just because I want to. This phone can be your primary daily phone. It ain't got to be a secondary phone, a throwaway phone, a phone for kids, a phone for your grandparent or parent or whatever. You can use this phone as a daily phone without any issues. Is it going to be as powerful? Is the camera going to be as good as a flagship? No. If you want flagship cameras, flagship performance, buy a flagship phone. Don't pay $150 for a phone and expect it to perform like a $1,000 phone. It just ain't gonna happen. Okay, but it's a daily phone. You could daily this phone every single day, and it's going to work out for you just fine. So I don't keep this one on too long. It's been long enough as it is. Highly recommended. Links down below for the Visible link, promo code, all that stuff. And so yeah, that's what I got to say right now about the TCL 20a 5G. So self-informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions you may have, leave it down below. If you're new around here and haven't subscribed, be sure and hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for notifications for whenever I release new videos. I got a ton of videos coming over the next little bit, so be sure and come on back to the channel. And yeah, I sure appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.